All right, let's talk now with Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, to get an update of what's going on in and around the business community. Michelle, it's nonstop. Business is 24/7, and you guys know what's going on and where it's happening, or maybe sometimes where it's not happening. And sad note to pass along. I shared with you off air just how I know I'm devastated. I know my wife Megan is devastated by this news, but Anchors Away closing shop. What's going on there?
Yes, so they have announced that Saturday was their last day of operations. Of course, they've been doing a lot of live music, and they did indeed have a concert there Saturday evening, and a good turnout. But they are citing staffing shortages, just like a lot of folks are struggling with these days. Jeff Moore and Sandra Cabell had opened that restaurant back in May 2018. Of course, that's in the very iconic Hickox building that housed different incarnations of Norbandy's Tavern going all the way back to 1937. But Anchors Away seemed to make a pretty good run of it. As we talked about, you and I both enjoyed going there with our respective spouses, and seemed to be a lot of activity at that location. Now, of course, Jeff had come from Peoria. The original Anchors Away was actually in the Peoria area and operated for about a year before the couple made the move down to Springfield. And then you might recall they also had that Rumburgers Lounge. It was kind of a gourmet wing restaurant. It was in the old Balin's property there on 5th Street, and that lasted for about a year back in 2021. Now, again, the original Rumburgers in Peoria is still open and operating, but no more Anchors Away.
That's hard to hear because Megan and I tried to go Saturday, and that just couldn't happen. Where am I going to get my Cajun seafood at? Come on. That's unbelievable. All right, Michelle, we'll definitely keep posted on any new happenings there at that building with Business in the 217, and you're the person to talk to about it as publisher of the Springfield Business Journal. Real quick, before we get into these other two items here, talk about how people can get their hands on that.
Sure. You can go to our website at springfieldbusinessjournal.com and sign up for BizBites. That's our weekly newsletter, and it's free of charge. Comes out on Wednesday afternoon, so if you sign up now, you can still get the latest edition coming out later today. And, of course, if you want the full-blown print edition, you can also sign up to get that delivered directly to your home or office.
So make that happen. All right, let's talk about car washes. After yesterday's rain, some people say, no, I don't need to wash my car anymore. But, hey, it's important to get the vehicle washed, and there's another option out there for people.
And it is a big business, I'll tell you. So, yeah, we've got some activity at another closed restaurant location, but it will not be a new place to eat. The former Applebee's Bar and Grill there on Veterans has been, is in the process of being acquired by Club Car Wash. I talked yesterday with Blake Pryor with Caldwell Banker Commercial, who's the listing agent for that property, and you may recall Applebee's closed very suddenly in March of last year. There was just a sign on the door one day, and they were no more, although the other Applebee's off Dirksen continues to operate. But after that Veterans Parkway one closed, Applebee's was just leasing the space. It's an out-of-state investor that owns the property, and Blake said they were initially advertising it for lease, but all the inquiries they got were people wanting to know if the owner would be willing to sell. So the owner eventually decided to entertain offers to purchase. They have it under contract with Club Car Wash. They've gotten their zoning change. The property will not actually close until probably May, and Club Car Wash is growing very aggressively. In fact, Blake said there's been a little bit of a logjam. That's one of the reasons for the delays in the closing. They've got like 25 other properties across the country that are all under contract simultaneously, and they've been scaling up pretty rapidly through multiple states. So must be good money to be made in car washes, and this will be their third Springfield location, so seems to be a good market for them.
And finally here, Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal. Tell us about Magros Made with Love Catering.
Yeah, a lot of people were excited to hear this news. Of course, Magros is a very well-known name, and we had reported last year that the Magros Meat and Produce over there on Stanton had decided to just focus strictly on the meat processing. They were doing away with their deli and prepared foods and produce and things like that. But Tracy Magro says they keep getting calls every week from people that miss the food and wanting to know about the prepared foods and all that. And so this is something that she's doing on her own. She's launching her own business, Magro's Made with Love Catering, where she's going to offer buffet-style custom catering. She's going to use the family's, authentic Italian recipes and all that, and kind of what she calls the down-home country cooking that she's become known for. So she says she's already gotten a tremendous response, and she just made it public within the past week. And, a lot of people missing their food, I think.
Well, appreciate all that you do and making sure that we stay up to date on what's going on in and around the business community with a lot of changes all the time. You guys definitely stay on top of it. Appreciate it. Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal. Have a great week.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk.